Hello, in this video you're going to see how to use Asbuilt Modeler or Asbuilt for AutoCAD to create stair geometry. In Asbuilt Modeler you can open up the scene project that you registered and then use the modeling tools in order to extract geometry and then of course export that to some formats for use in other softwares like Inventor or SolidWorks. You have DXF, STEP, or IGES as the export formats. And just to show a few of the tools here that were used to create the model that you see against the point cloud, I will first just hide the visibility of this one, go to the modeling tab, and show you how to create some regions. Clipping boxes can be quite helpful for this, so let's go ahead and make that one active there. And then we'll just create some regions. So lots of parameters that you can modify in order to get the best results with your planes. More data on that in training, but I'm going to do some vertical planes here, and you can see how quickly those can be created there. And then just switching my constraints to horizontal, we'll go back up. If you want to use the tool to discover any angle, that's the first option here with no constraints. There's lots of useful tips and information available baked right into the product. So now that I have all of my planes created, if I want to make them meet at their edges, you can use trim and extend, and then make sure the preview's on so that as you pick these planes you can see whether or not they'll connect with the blue line. So just selecting all of my planes there, you can see that they're connecting, and obviously if I had this too small they wouldn't connect, so just slide until you see blue and apply. Then you can export these either back at that export tab, or if you have things grouped in underneath the CAD structure tree, you can right click and you can export CAD objects to get the same options here. So now let's take a look at Asbuilt for AutoCAD. When the need is for curvilinear extraction, spiral staircases, or in this case an elliptical staircase, Asbuilt for AutoCAD is the way to go. And I'll just show you here how to create one of these surfaces so that you can export to third-party platforms if the need be. So Asbuilt for AutoCAD is just a plugin for AutoCAD, and I'm going to use the SmartSnaps in order to find these edges. And I'm going to use the AutoCAD 3D Polyline tool and then turn on my SmartSnaps, and these will replace the AutoCAD snaps, and I can find corners. And let me turn off this transparency so you can see. I have the 3 planes within the window. It shows me in different views what point it is picking. In the middle of the command I can switch to just finding edges and then just kind of go around here, and as long as you have the planes within the region, it's always going to show you, what point is being chosen there. Then I'll just kind of orbit over here to a different view and work my way back around to where we started. And if it does make a bad point selection, like you see there, you can just undo in the middle of the command because you're just using the 3D polyline with a different type of snap. And now I'm going to switch to finding this corner here, and then I can close that shape. And because we're here inside of CAD, you can combine our Asbuilt tools with AutoCAD commands. So using the AutoCAD surf patch command, I can just select the curves option, select my 3D polyline, and then a couple space bars, and you have yourself a nice surface. And then of course all of these surfaces can be exported using the AutoCAD export to other formats option, and SAT file or IGES work rather well in Inventor and SolidWorks and other third-party applications.